Hey you guys, so in this video, we're going to talk about some of the main errors that happen when you let an amateur install your locks or when you do not get the proper information after your initial install. So this client had her locks installed in Kenya, and she came to me for a retie because I am a stylist in her area, and she was not informed that she needed to braid and band her hair. Do you see the amount of slippage that she has? Her locks are extremely frizzy. For them to only be 4 weeks old, they have a lot of slippage. Do you see how you can see my finger through the lock? Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus. You should not be able to see through the lock like that. Do you see this amount of slippage at her root? It's almost as if the hair is unraveling. She washed her hair twice before this appointment without braiding and banding, and she admitted she was a little rough with her wash because she had some buildup she was trying to get out. Now, this is a mistake on the part of the installer. This is what it looks like when you install and do not pull the loop all the way through. The only way to get that knot out is by pulling the hair the rest of the way through, which at times can be painful to the client. So you want to be careful. This is what it looks like when a lock, this is what all the locks should look like. This is tight loops. Now this is what majority of her locks look like, extremely loose loops. Do you see the difference? That's what I mean by slippage. You cause the hair to unravel when you get it wet and you do not properly braid and band on baby locks. You have to be very, very mindful of that. That's what they should look like. But this is also an example of extreme slippage. The lock is basically completely unraveled. I did have to go in and fix that one completely. This is what it looks like if the loops are pulled too tight during the initial install. They look like they're raveling back on themselves. That's what it should look like. Here's another error on the part of the installer. When you go in the same direction with the loop twice, you get this V shape. Now, when it's tied tight, it creates a hole in the lock. I'm trying to get the camera to focus so you guys can see the hole that I'm talking about, and I'll show you in a second how to correct that. But do you see that there's like a tiny little hole in the lock? You can't really see it from this angle, but I'm going to show it. I'm going to show you. You're going to be able to see me put my tool through the hole. And so as her locks grow out, that hole might get bigger in time. So we want to make sure that we close that. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm my camera person and my ring light wasn't working. But if you see, I can push my tool through the hole. That's how you know that there is a hole. Now, the way that you fix that is you have to put your tool through both sides of the hole and pull the hair through from the bottom. I'll show you what I mean. This is another lock that has a hole in it that's further down, that's way more prominent. Do you see how you can see my finger through there? We want to fix those. We do not want holes in the locks. This is really important, you guys. This is a common mistake amateurs make. So do you see how I pull the hair through? I put my tool through both sides of the looped hair in an attempt to close the hole. Now that hole is properly closed. That's how you would do that. Now, this is slippage at the front of her hair because her texture is soft. Do you see how the lock is basically completely out? There's a few loops left at the top, but that is going to require a full redo on that lock. This is what it looked like when we were all done. This client will be getting lock repair done slowly over time to make it more affordable. We did a simple style on her hair. She was still very, very happy with the results, but this is things to keep in mind if you decide to get your locks installed by someone that is not certified and trained in micro-interlocks. You will be missing out on information. She had no idea how important it was to braid and band. For more info on locks, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share.